And maybe if we can focus a bit more on Zumtobel's sort of core area of expertise, what do you see as the key design considerations that need to be taken into account when data center people are specifying lighting solutions?
When we're looking at lighting solutions for a data center facility, we definitely focus on certain areas over others. Now, one of the big drivers on the use of a luminaire is the ambient air temperature, so basically the environment that the luminaire is going to be used. This applies more to the data hall and plant areas. If you've got an external plant area, you have natural daylight, sunlight, UV degradation. That has to be taken into account, and also the impact resistance of the luminaire. When you're looking at a data hall, it's more about the higher ambient temperatures that are being driven up due to the hardware within a data hall facility. So when you talk about higher ambient temperatures, that needs to be factored in the luminaire that you choose. There's no point putting a luminaire in a data hall that is tested and approved to say 25 degrees if the ambient temperature within that facility or that area is sitting at 40 degrees. The degradation of that luminaire will be enhanced. The next thing we look at is task lighting. Now, when we look at task lighting, there are different forms of task lighting. You've got task lighting for reception, where the receptionist is sitting and working. You might have task lighting in the office, whether it be the FM office or a client-facing office, and you're looking at a task on a desk. We can do that, no problem at all. The other part of task lighting is within the data hall or the plant area. So if you're looking at a plant area, the task is the plant. It's getting the right level of light at the right uniformity onto that plant equipment. And again, in the data hall, for us, the task is the rack. Now, for many years, the data sector has looked at lighting and they've gone like, let's overlight the floor to get light onto the rack. And what we're doing is, no, there's a better way of doing it. By using the right lighting technology, the right lens technology, we can actually light the task for the technical engineers who are going to be working on the racking and on the hardware, which enhances the user capability. Next thing we look at is lighting control. Now, any data center nowadays, a modern data center facility should have some form of lighting control. Just to say, we're going to leave the lights on 24/7, or let's just switch them on and off, and it's put down to human interception to do it, is the wrong thing to do. As a lighting manufacturer, we offer a wide selection of lighting control, as do other manufacturers, but not embracing that technology to automate your lighting infrastructure is wrong in the modern day. And then the last point we look at is the emergency light. Now, this is very often overlooked or glossed over. Now, the emergency lighting is driven by the building's risk assessment, and this is a continual risk assessment. But at lighting design stage, what we need to understand is, where are your defined escape routes? Where are your points of emphasis? We will then design and build an emergency lighting system that will support your building and your people in safe evacuation of the premises, which is the key principle of it. It's about life safety, and it cannot be overlooked.
Just following up on that, what should a data center operator or developer be looking for when choosing a lighting solutions provider?
That's a really interesting question, Phil, and quite an open question as well. I think the key to the whole question is, it is a partnership. So you are looking for a lighting manufacturer to partner with. So for me and for us, it's always about a reputable lighting manufacturer who has a proven track record of delivering the service and the product within the sector that you're in. So in this sector, it's a mission critical sector. That is definitely key. Also, the ability for the lighting manufacturer to work in tandem, work in parallel with the developer and their virtual design teams to develop a solution that works for the facility, works within the facility. You need to remember as well that you're paying these design teams, and they will have a clear objective and a clear understanding of what they want to use and how they want it to look. So it's about the light manufacturer understanding these drivers and developing a scheme that works for you, for your design team. And you know, as a developer or design team, you shouldn't be afraid to ask your manufacturer, your partner, if they can prove what accreditations they've got, what labs they're using, certification they have for the luminaires they're putting forward. You know, if you're looking at a project where you've got a higher ambient temperature in a data hall, well, there's a TA rating for that. You need to understand what the TA rating is of that product, and that's been tested properly, because the last thing you want is to be buying something that could penultimately fail because it's not right for the application. So again, all this comes back to having a lighting partner. It's a trust relationship, and it's a relationship that will develop over time. It has to be all encompassing. So you're looking at the logistical side of the lighting partner, the manufacturing capabilities, the after service side as well. These things are all sort of elements that you'd need to consider when looking for a lighting manufacturer.